Zimmerman escaped from the DeSoto County Courthouse on June 14th. He was last seen in Memphis, Tennessee on June 15th with the expectation of traveling to Connecticut, where he, in his head, is going to commit a murder of 5 people, right? That's a mass shooting. That is what we know, and we've known that for the better part of almost 60 days, right? What we learned now is last night they had confirmed that Zimmerman's good friend Michael Allen Smith of Waterbury, Connecticut, was in Zimmerman's stomping grounds in Florida, where Zimmerman had previously kidnapped a girl, raped her, and tried to kill her after holding her in the basement in Waterbury, Connecticut. He took a girl from Florida, took her to Connecticut, tattooed his name on her neck, tried to kill her, raped her. She got away. Fast forward to this now, the manhunt. June 14th, he escapes, and slowly but surely, at first it was DeSoto County, and we said possibly Memphis, and then we added Memphis for sure, and then we had to add other states, obviously Arkansas, and you guys saw as it went on, we added Florida very quickly, and specific counties in Florida, and we also added Georgia, we also added North Carolina. So July 14th, around then, I think it was the 14th, Michael Smith is in Florida, where he shoots and kills a police officer in the line of duty. Michael Smith kills him with a gun. He shoots the Florida police officer in cold blood, and he flees Florida. Meanwhile, Michael Smith was talking to Joshua Zimmerman through Zimmerman's accomplices and his Waterbury, Connecticut network. Zimmerman's Waterbury, Connecticut network assisted in getting Michael Smith the little route to go toward Zimmerman, right? So Smith kills a Florida cop July 14th. He's driving cross country toward Connecticut, toward Memphis, Georgia, Connecticut, in that area. And he gets caught up by authorities in Georgia when they notice that's a cop killer driving by. So what does he do? He texts his accomplices in Waterbury, Connecticut. And they speak with him, and he tells the accomplice, I'm not going back to prison. I'm gonna die. Same thing that Zimmerman says, right? He tells that to the same accomplices that are speaking with Zimmerman, notifying Zimmerman of this. Meanwhile, Zimmerman is expecting a ride. So Mike Smith gets to Georgia. He commits suicide when the police surround him, right? Now, that's July 16th. What was going on July 16th, guys? That same day, the federal government was raiding the home of the mother of Joshua Zimmerman, but they did not know the Michael Smith connection yet. They didn't know that the Michael Smith guy had killed a cop in Florida, and they are dealing with a family that obviously is okay with cop killers, because today, when I posted that his good friend has been killed, gratefully, thank gosh, because you don't kill cops and expect to live, the family has the audacity to say, leave our good friend Mike Smith out of this. It is bizarre, because Mike Smith was going to pick up Zimmerman to go to Connecticut and kill 5 innocent people, so that way Zimmerman can go out with a bang, and maybe Michael Smith would have taken out the Waterbury police. He already killed cops in Florida. It's good that he killed himself in Georgia. He deserved that, because had he gotten to Waterbury, God forbid, you have a cop killer that'll take out the cops, and you have Zimmerman that'll take out men, women, and children. He doesn't care. And old people. He doesn't care. So Zimmerman is the one that'll attack civilians, and the cop killer, who's now dead, would have taken out the cops. Zimmerman's ride has been botched. He no longer has a ride to Connecticut. Very likely that he's going to be getting on a Greyhound. He gets on that Greyhound, and you see him, do not approach, do not confront, do not question him. He is on a mission to kill, and you will make it very easy. If he is on a bus and you guys startle him, get ready, because he will take that bus hostage, and you're not going to get home. So don't do something stupid, because this isn't your average escapee. This is somebody that Hollywood could not recreate if they tried. Watch the show Prison Break and ramp it up on steroids, and that is what you're dealing with. A very psychotic individual whose accomplice was coming to pick him up after he killed a cop in an area of interest. And it goes Illinois. The whole list is, there are only 6 key states, and there are about 20 other states. And if I were you, I would look out in all states. Here in Pennsylvania, we are looking out because he has ties here, right? he has ties here. He has ties in Florida. He has ties in Georgia. He has ties in his hometown in Connecticut, where he wants to go back and finish what he started. Remember, guys, he's been not on the run for 60 days or whatever it is. This started when he was charged with raping a man in prison and he ran. That was August of 23, or before that, I'm sorry. It was 23, the summer, when he started running. He didn't start now. He got caught, and now it's round 2. Who gets round 2? This guy. And what happens in the middle of round 2? A cop gets killed. More police officers will get killed until Zimmerman is brought to justice. It's important. If you see something, you say something. Now, if you are with Zimmerman, that 45-year thing's out the window. I mean, you're basically going to end up on the same boat as him on death row if you don't come clean soon. They don't take it lightly when you embarrass the court system. We said that at the beginning. And you guys are hitting every single button that's going to get everybody Zimmerman knows killed or arrested easily. You cannot hit every button. You're a rapist, you're a killer, you want to kill civilians, and you want to kill cops. You really know how to push buttons. And then stolen surveillance makes the courthouse look like a joke. So you pissed off the courts, you pissed off the DA, and now you just pissed off how many cops are in America? A couple 100,000? They stick together, right? So like when you kill a cop, you've got a big problem. And if you're an escaped rapist, killer, kidnapper who has a cop killer friend coming to pick you up and he offs a cop for you, you got a problem. If you are with Zimmerman, this is not going to be your average accomplice anymore. You are looking at accomplice to murder of a police officer. Let that sink in. You are say you cooperated yesterday, you would have not got hit with Florida, right? So now it's very possible that Florida is going to issue a warrant for Zimmerman's arrest for communicating with a cop killer while the cop killer is on the run and while Zimmerman is an escaped prisoner. That is a conspiracy. It's the definition of a conspiracy. When you have your family texting them both, that's a conspiracy. And when a cop gets killed, that is a big upgrade in the manhunt. So again, guys, stay safe, stay vigilant, and don't approach this monster. He will kill, he will rape. Arkansas, be on the lookout. DeSoto County, Mississippi, remain on the lookout. South Haven police, be extremely cautious because you guys are in a small town and Zimmerman has a better chance of coming to your area to have a shootout with police in South Haven rather than Memphis because of the amount of police officers. So if you are in South Haven, don't hesitate once. You see him and you're a cop, you shoot him and deal with it later. I know we're not supposed to shoot first, ask questions later, but you have an escaped rapist, murderer, kidnapper, and obviously cop killer. He's fond of him, as is the entire idiotic family that love escaped inmates and cop killers. It is time for Zimmerman to be brought to justice. As we said yesterday, Texas is contemplating charging. They don't. It's Texas. What they care about is, did she call her son? Yes. Did she know that her son is accused of murder in Texas? Yes. Did she know he escaped? Maybe not. But did she know he was charged in Texas? Yes. Texas has jurisdiction to take the entire family and anybody that helps them. So if you are in Connecticut and you're not family and you're helping this family, you're going to be a resident of Texas soon. And Zimmerman is running for his dear life because he's scared like hell of Texas, because they are not. You don't want to commit crime in Texas. I like Texas. So don't commit a crime there. I don't like Texas. I've never been there. I've been there once, Dallas. But I'm saying I like Texas because Zimmerman is scared of Texas. It's a safe zone. If you are a victim of his, which there are many of you, Texas is the place to apparently be because he doesn't want to go there. His family wants a reunion. You're going to get it at the Texas Department of Corrections, where you guys will be serving a sentence with Zimmerman, and maybe he'll identify as a woman and you guys could be in the same prison together. He likes to do that stuff. We know he rapes men. He might not like to be in prison with women though, because again, he rapes men. So stay vigilant, stay on the lookout. If you see something, say something. The guy is obviously a threat. His accomplice just murdered a police officer during the manhunt. So again, stay safe, stay vigilant. And they had the same mission. They both said they're not going back to prison. They both said we're going to die. I'd rather die than go back to prison. They both said they're going to go out with a bang. Mike, thank you for killing yourself and not taking any officers with you. I mean, I appreciate that. I mean, you shouldn't have done that either, but at least you didn't kill any more police officers than you already did. Zimmerman, do what Mike did and just off yourself. That is the easiest way to do this. If you want to get away with it, the best way to get away with murder is to kill yourself, because you're not going to get away with it. It's not happening, bud. So Mike knew the only exit. He took that exit. You should too. Or turn yourself in. If anybody else gets hurt, your family is going to pay the price if you're not here to pay it. If you're a coward and you kill yourself like your friend did, your friend wasn't your friend wasn't on the radar like you are, Zimmerman. So when he killed, obviously it was a problem, but when you kill or you hurt somebody, your mom, your kid, they'll go after your ex, they'll go after your baby mama, and even if you haven't talked to her in 10 years, guess what? They don't give a shit. They'll take her anyway. You know why? Because they don't play games with cop killers, they don't play games with murdering rapists, and they don't play games with kidnappers. They just don't. And you're wanted by the streets, you're wanted by the hood, you're wanted by the cops, and now you're wanted by a lot of people. So again, steer clear of the situation. If you are in Waterbury and you're in their little network, there's a $25,000 reward. I mean, turn in Zimmerman, get the cash. There's nothing to do. There is no life settling down with Zimmerman. He's a dead man walking. His family, there's no life settling down with them, because they are either going to end up in prison with him or drag you in when he does something stupid again. And when another relative, God forbid, does something. Michael Smith should not have had a direct contact with the Zimmermans, but he did. Who else are they communicating with? How many cop killers do they know? How many escapees have they helped? Who the hell are these Petrillo, Zimmerman, Atwood things? And my hair is going everywhere. Because they have a lot of connections, guys. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. So see something, say something. Again, call 911 if you see him. Arkansas, Connecticut, Florida, Mississippi, Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina. Stay on the lookout. All the other states except Texas, start being on the lookout. And if you see something, say something. DM me. I am responding. If you have a tip, if you might have seen them, anything, send information and we'll vet it. Have a good one. Stay safe. And